You know, every time I think there's a 1-inch spot and I start grinding, it turns into a 1-foot hole to China. Well, I don't have to worry about working out today. I already got my abs. You know, we normally put a sign that says wet paint for the people that aren't painting. I never heard of having to put it there for the people that aren't painting.
Mix Russian dentist and American engineer with 30 years age difference who throw it all away for ocean exploration.
Sell everything, fix the old boat, and sail away.
Time for big guns.
This is definitely the nastiest job I've ever been doing.
Never too late to see the world through our channel. Subscribe and share the adventure. Literally, what can be better than a Saturday in the boatyard? Just 5 coats left.
So we're going to take the winch, hook it onto the generator, and I want you to control the winch because it's very heavy. So I'm going to go down and kind of guide it in. So you have to go really slow. I'll get the winch and everything all hooked up and I'll show you how to use it.
You're kind of lucky that those poles are up there.
There's nothing lucky here. When I designed the pilot house, I put these offset, one over here. Most importantly, this one's directly over the hatch. So we can raise and lower engines, motors, batteries, everything. Actually, so you can raise them and lower them and I can sit back and have a coffee. One thing that'd be nice is that if this winch had a battery meter. So you always have to keep one charged, but you never really know how much is left in it. I guess I have to have something I have to complain about as an engineer.
It's better not die when we're doing that with that thing
Like
hanging.
Dead batteries. 3 batteries to pick from, and one happens to be dead. So very important when you start controlling the winch. This thing's about 600 pounds. I don't know what it is heavy. So when you raise it up, I'm going to tell you when to start and stop. You might have to go forward and reverse. So remember, one is forward, the other is reverse. So I'm going to get down here and you're going to control the winch.
So you're going to be guiding it, and Alex is going to be controlling the
I'm going to be guiding it and telling you exactly what to do, but you have to do it very fast.
fast.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Stop.
Well, scratch the door.
It didn't fall on me, it didn't crush you. So the door has to be sanded anyway. Someone got rust lock all over it.
Have we now lowered down in the engine room?
No, for a while I've got to lay out the electrical and I've got to make sure that the generator is going to fit the right way. So I got a while to go now.
Okay, I guess I'll go edit then. See you later, Gator.
Hey guys, Yana just went to do the editing. There's a site called Patreon. A lot of you aren't maybe familiar with it. You can go to that site and it's as little as $5 up to about $30. You then can get latest updates, live chat, and get a lot of your engineering questions answered. She's not so keen on the editing anymore. We were demonetized 3 months ago. There's a lot of ads you'll see, but we get nothing for that, and we never will for the lifetime of the video. So we need you guys to keep us going and to at least cover a little bit of the bandwidth. So hope you click the link below, join us on this journey, and become part of Dawn Hunter's crew.
One little spot after another one. Rust lock is really great for metal and for painting metal and for sealing rust so the air doesn't get in because it bonds with rust. But it's very difficult to apply in a way that you have to stir the paint all the time. So basically all I'm doing is doing that all the time before I put my brush in there. And then you only have 30 minutes to go back and reapply the next coat. And for it to be really sealed properly, with this paint you have to apply 6 coats. So now I'd like to continue going back with the rails, but I can't do the whole boat and then come back. I have to come back right now because I'm already out of my first 30 minutes. So I have to go like small rounds of rust lock.
Electric get-home motor, electric regeneration and charging, and propulsion. I am in the process of designing this system for 4 different sailboats and have decided to put the same here on our Motorsailer. Naturally, this has got to be 80 to 90 horse. The sailboats are only 40 to 60 horse. But I'll be doing the testing, the design, and the real-life programming so that we have a retrofit kit available that most Advid installing companies can take care of for you. Keep an eye on this as we continue, and on Telegram we'll be doing updates daily on this progress. I'm working on the layout. I have this designed in AutoCAD, and now I'm looking at the actual application inside the boat because I've got to figure out what size motor and frame size. At the same time, I want to come off the shaft. This is a harmonic balancer. This is a dual bearing. So I'll come off with double chain roller and come somewhere in this area for the electric motor and have the ability to disconnect the motor by removing the chain. I don't want to add clutches and any complication. That's going to remove a lot of that's going to take load away and increase torque requirement. So right now, looking at using this harmonic balancer and putting it in a lathe and removing at least 2 inches, that'll give me the opportunity to put between the 2 locations a double roller chain sprocket. And now I'll be able to use double roller chain going over to the motor drive system. I probably will also have to do a double bearing unit, but that's going to happen as we continue to do the design work. So right now, I've got plenty of room in this area of the engine compartment, the engine room, plenty of area for the electrical motor, the cooling. I do have a keel cooler system on the boat. So I'm going to do the motor cooling through the keel cooler. That way I'm not having to run salt water, heat exchanger, etc. So right now I'm going through the mechanical layouts. We're ready to slide the shaft in, hook up the shaft, the coupler, so that we can splash the boat. And I can work on the rest of the mechanical items with a chain after we're in the water. Any questions you guys have, be sure to get on that Patreon group. I'll answer everything that we can on both electrical and lithium. I've got a lot of questions coming there that have been taken care of. So that will become our Q&A site from now going forward.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth.
All right, guys, I'm ready to apply the last 6 coat on the boat of the rust lock. It's freezing. It's like 7 p.m., 6 p.m. right now. I have no idea. And it's so cold in Miami. I'm literally, my nose is red, just like this, guys. When rust lock sits with air for a while, it becomes like super pasty, like this. And it's not that effective, but I'm just gonna use it because I had just a little bit left.
So what'd you get done today?
Well, I did the 6 coats of rust lock all over the boat so we can put a putty on it and start painting.
Yes. And
this became a little pasty, but I'm using it so we don't throw it away.
okay. So
Yeah.
you're stirring it between each coat, I guess.
Yes, we know what we're doing. See how?
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, too bad we can't use it somewhere else. That's about $50 worth of paint in there.
How about we make you silver man?
I want a little rust lock on you. There's got to be somewhere else in this boat that there's rust. Don't tell me that there's no rust on our boat.
Oh, there is plenty.
Finally, we've gotten this ugly part ground away. So the water's supposed to flow all the way down the gunnel, and if it's too high, it'll go out the hole. But if it just dribbles, it'll go along the bottom, go through this pipe, and then exit on the bottom of the water line, so there aren't streaks in the side of the boat.
Yeah, I saw the smoke coming out of there instead of the water.
Through the hole? I guess boat's doing hookah.
There was metal there. What happened?
There was some metal and a whole lot of fiberglass, but because the fiberglass is built up, it doesn't let the water go through. I was just gonna cut these away, but I realized that the design keeps the water from streaking the side of the boat. And with our new color, I'm gonna have to weld in a new piece of plate down there, and that way the water will go all the way down to the hole. Time to prepare for real sanding. I have to sand upside down, and I don't want to be breathing any of that nasty stuff. 3M makes the best. When you put it on, you're breathing only through the cartridge, and then you're exhaling outward through the front valve. Just like a typical man. Read instructions. I'll figure it out along the way. Final sanding on the boat. We put the heavy all-fill filler primer on, and now I have to sand it with 120 grit so we can put the final 545 primer, sand that, and hopefully by next Saturday we're going to put the color coat on. Had a lot of people keep asking what color. I guess you guys will see when we're done.
Yesterday it became too dark to paint, so I had to stop. So today is the second day of the rust lock on the other side of the boat. There were so many places where the masking wasn't done properly, and it looks like this or like this, and that's something me and William were super sure on. Like, we wanted to be very nicely painted and masked, so that's why right here you guys can see we masked with the green tape. I'm still missing a couple of pieces here like this, so that has to be cleaned naturally. Crap. See here, this is all masked and fine. And the only one place where I didn't mask, sure enough, now there's all primer on the stainless. Did it come off?
A lot more difficult than masking. Rust lock becomes part of the steel.
You guys know how I like masking. What a disaster.
Remember to mask back by the stainless steel frame.
Here I thought I'm done.
It's a boat my love. The only thing that's ever going to be done, maybe eggs.
Okay, I'm gonna go mask.
I thought I was done sanding too. That was 7 months ago. Gotta love our
You
weekend.
gotta love the weekend. Tired?
No.
Can't hear you.
Trying to find the bottom of this boat. I'm too anal. I want to make it like a Porsche, and I have to remember it's a steel boat.
I see protective gear not working that great.
We have a clean nose. You want to see?
No, thank you.
So the welds here are metal. Those need rust lock. These welds are stainless steel. They don't need rust lock. Only the steel welds need rust lock. So there's certain places where there's steel and there's stainless. So in this case, we just have to put all the steel. And always before you use paint, bottom paint or rust lock, you have to wipe everything down with acetone.
What a beautiful Sunday to be painting on scaffolding. What can be better, right? Me and the rust lock. All these nice boats are passing by right there on the Miami River. Hopefully soon we will be back on the water. You remember when the previous owner was telling us that he had a guy who constantly was going all around the boat fixing the rust? I think that's gonna be us. I think we took his place. I'm like imagining myself on anchor going rounds around this boat on a float fixing the rust.
I think that would be a correct statement. You have just replaced Mike. And I'm sure Mike is not sad. Mike was the male version of Yana.
Hey, I didn't say I'm gonna be doing that. I said we gonna be doing that.
Maybe only 4 more more batches like this, and then we can start pilot house.
Hey, wait, we're not putting rust lock? You cheater! I thought we have to put rust lock everywhere where there is bare steel.
You have to put rust lock here. We thought you had that done already.
Tell me please, what are you trying to do? You think you're in a circus or something? No, this is not smart to do. But what you can do is that, man, nothing.
This was leaking between the stainless and the deck, which was why there's all rust under there. So we've ground all the rust away, and now I have to put the filler putty in so we have the correct angle and water will no longer sit there, it'll come over the deck. It's gonna take about 4 layers. Actually, just like peanut butter and jelly, it always falls on the bread where you have the peanut butter and the jelly. It never ever falls just on the bread. Pizzeria, pizza pie coming up.
Oh my god, really? We'll have to do the same as pilot house?
Yeah, there's a couple of spots that are going to need this. But for now, could you wipe down these areas with acetone?
Yes.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds. Because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground.